Each night of Chanukah, we light the Chanukah candles and we recite, after the brachot, the paragraph Hanirot Alalu, which ends with as follows: Kedei le'odot u'la'alel l'shimcha gadol, in order to give thanks and praise to your great name for the miracles and the salvation. Rav Kook shares with us an absolutely mind-blowing idea, something that is so relevant and so amazing and could have been written for today's events. He asked the question, why do we need to have two expressions? Why two expressions? Lehodot u'la'alel, to give thanks and to praise. We could have just said, give thanks. Hashem saved us, give thanks. Lehalel, he says, actually is not just giving thanks. It's special praise. It's extra. It's more than the just giving thanks for the salvation at the time. He says something absolutely amazing. I would almost say it's mind-blowing. He says, Lehalel, had we not had the war with the Greeks, we wouldn't have received the Greek critical way of thinking. This unbelievable way of challenging every statement, of scientific thinking, of logic. He says we needed that. And it needed to be purified by the Torah, purified through the truth of the Torah. And through that, we have the Talmud. Without that, we couldn't have had the Talmud. We needed this war. We needed this salvation from Hashem. We needed to have an encounter with Greek thinking, Greek culture, Greek philosophy. But it had to be purified through the Torah. And through that, we are bigger, stronger, better, able to 2,000 odd years later, still study the Talmud as it was written by Chazal all of those years ago. That's an amazing thing that we have. Rav Kook is telling us that we give thanks for the miracles, but he says not only through the difficulties themselves, we come out stronger, we are better. There is blessing even in the challenges. He says Yaakov fought the angel. And yet he didn't leave him. He could have just walked away. He didn't leave him. He said, no, baracheni, bless me. He wanted to take bracha. He wanted to take that silver lining, whatever the difficulty is, whatever the challenge is, and make it something that is positive. We've seen the positivity of the gathering together emotionally of Klal Yisrael. We are all one group now. Perhaps we've never been as united as we are today. And yet, even that silver lining may not be enough, and we might not see the results of this, of what Hashem has in mind for us, from this encounter, from this difficulty, from this war. But Hashem ozla moyiten, Hashem will give strength to His people. Hashem yivarechet amo b'shalom. We all pray that Hashem will bless us with peace. And may Chanukah, the increasing of the light, the increasing of light in the world, beginning with us, ner ishu beito, each person in their household, and going through our communities and our nation, and ultimately the world, we will bring more light to the world. Happy Chanukah.